Guys, Enter Knows Hoops. Back today with another video, and today I am talking to you guys about my predictions for the Western Conference as we reach, thankfully, about a month left before the season starts. I want to thank you guys for all your support. We're almost to, I believe it is 560 subs. Let's try and hit 600 before September ends. That way we go into the new season just about 400 short of 4,000, and I know we for sure can crush that. Now, I decided to do it super simple. I might add a tier once we're done with all of this, but it's going to just be 3 tiers. You have the playoffs, play-in, and welcome to the lottery. And I think this is going to be super fun. I was doing this with my buddy Josh from the Discord. I'll leave the description to the Discord down below. And it was actually super interesting to talk about like who could be the odd man out. So coming up here, I think we're going to start with my playoff locks, who I think is going to be those 6 teams that are avoiding the play-in. So I believe the Nuggets, the reigning MVP, the reigning champs, I think for sure. I believe if the Lakers remain healthy with AD, LeBron, I like this new roster just in general. You bring AR-15 back. You've got Hachimura. You've just got a nice, solid little pickup. You got Christian Woods, Jackson Hayes. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get, but you have a good lineup. The Suns. Obviously, I think the Suns are they're going to be an incredible regular season team. You have Beal, Booker, and Durant, Ayton. You've got, Okogie, Bol, which would actually be kind of interesting to see how Bol gets used with Frank Vogel there now. The Clippers. I think the Clippers are obviously still a really good roster. Russ is in an environment that's slightly more suited for him versus the Lakers. I like the look of this team going forward. I think they're going to probably be towards that 4, 5, 6, like the bottom half. I think the Warriors. I think even with Chris Paul there and some of the issues they have, I just think at the end of the day, they're going to win these games. Now, if they're as bad away, and if Steph does get hurt again, yeah, you do have a bit of a problem. And it depends, I guess, on how good CP is for this team. But to me, I think that this squad is pretty legit and can for sure make a little noise going into the season. And this is going to be, I guess, a little controversial depending on how you think the first however many games are going to go. But I think the Grizzlies are the 6th seed. I think, to me, their coach is just so good. And they always just find a way to just scrap wins. I believe Ja's out for 25 games. And as long as you can get a double-digit amount of wins, so you can get like 11, 12, 13 wins, so like 13 and 12, 15 and 10, like you're looking pretty good. And I think especially with this coach and this staff and just, the roster they have, you still have a reigning D-point Jaren Jackson. You have Marcus Smart who can fill in at the point for you. You got Desmond Bane still. I like their roster. I think that they can for sure be that 6th seed, but I wouldn't also be shocked if they fell to that little 7 seed. Now the play-in. Now this is where things get super interesting. To me, I think the Mavs and the Kings are play-in teams. They'll probably be that 7, 8 seed, depending again on how the Grizzlies are, and if they, without Ja are just terrible, then maybe the Kings or Mavs slip into that 6th seed and steal that. I think the one issue for the Kings' sake is, has the league caught on? This series against the Warriors, and just in general, they kind of stuttered a little bit towards the end. I think that this team is still really good. And when I was doing this with my buddy, I almost completely forgot about the Kings. We were just going through the teams, just naming them. I was like, where are the Kings? I think the Kings could be that 6th seed. I can see them being 6 through 8. That's what I kind of think. Maybe a 5 if the Warriors are still terrible away somehow, but I doubt that's going to happen again. Then, I think this is where things get really, really weird. I think the Thunder, and now this is my issue. The Timberwolves and the Pelicans, I just don't know. Because the Pelicans on paper have been a deadly roster for about 2 to 3 years now. And they have never, ever actually panned out to being that deadly team because they never make it that far. Either Zion gets hurt after about 10 games and they look really good. Brandon Ingram gets hurt and all of a sudden he's out for 30 to 40 games and then they land into the play-in again. But my thing is is that the Timberwolves are the same way. They love starting out so freaking slow, but then midway towards the end, they just go on these hot streaks of wins that I'm sitting there and I'm going, which will I value more depending on how the trend of these teams go? Am I taking the trend of the New Orleans Pelicans getting injured time and time again and their roster being okay without those pieces? Or do I take what I know the Timberwolves can start off slow a little bit, hover around the 9-10 seed. Then they can go on a little tear, be, as high as 7-6. This is very hard for me. And I think for now, I'll say the Timberwolves take the play-in spot, but I think I'm going to make another tier. So for me, the Rockets, the Spurs, the Blazers, the Jazz, welcome to the lottery. I do think out of all the teams, though, that can most likely be the closest, so like maybe that 11, 12 seed, to me, I think Portland's going to probably be one of the worst teams in basketball. If Dame's still there, I don't know if he's even going to play for him. And at that point, you just have Anthony Simons, Scoot Henderson. You still have Nurkic. You overpay Jeremy Grant. I don't know how I feel about that whole lineup, to be 100% honest with you guys. And I think the Spurs are going to be interesting, too, because I think it depends on how much they play Wemby. Because I think they've already confirmed they're not going to make him play all 82. So they already know that they're not necessarily trying to push for the play-in right now. They have, in their eyes, their superstar player. That is their building block. So that's what you have to go off of. You have no choice. So to me, I think the Spurs are probably going to go right here. Now the Rockets just lost Kevin Porter Jr. Rightfully so, because honestly, screw him. Terrible person for what he did. And now you have Dillon Brooks, Van Vliet. You're getting used to the Thompson twin. You have Amen Thompson there now. You still have Jalen Green, Şengün, Eason, Jabari Smith Jr. The Jazz just had a nice draft. You got Keontae George. And I really, really do like their head coach. I'm going to say the Jazz are probably that 12 seed. 11, 12 seed. They are going to be hovering. And now I think I need to make a new tier. Because I really don't know, you guys, what I'm going to say for this. It obviously helps a factor for all of these teams, but this team has been in the play-in, I believe, the last 2 to 3 years, because the one year they made the play-in they won in the play-in. They then ended up playing against the Suns. Then the year after, they lost to the Thunder in an extremely tight game. And then then they lost to the Thunder. So then they got eliminated. You see, this team should be a play-in team, bare minimum. They should be. But it's so hard for me to sit here and tell you guys that they are going to be a play-in team. And I'm sure you're probably going to say in the comments, but Emster, all these other teams you're talking about have injury-prone guys. Yeah, but most of these teams have won before or know what it takes to kind of push through. You could argue, do the Kings really? Well, last year, though, they have a cohesive unit now, and they actually have a flow, and they actually know what all their players together actually bring them. Zion and B.I. haven't played that many games together, so why am I going to sit there and buy into something that I am hard-pressed to sell on? So for me, the Pelicans are here. Obviously, I think their ceiling is 7-6 at their best. Again, if the Grizzlies or the Warriors or a team like that are really struggling. This is not in order, by the way, of where I think everyone's going to be. So this isn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just making sure everyone knows. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think the Timberwolves are the odd man out? The Pelicans are the odd man out? Do you guys think that there's a chance that the Thunder getting used to Chet Holmgren on their team, and they have a bunch of young guys in general that they kind of got to start getting in there? Do you think that the Thunder are going to be the odd team out and that the Pelicans and Minnesota actually both make it to the play-in at the bare minimum? Do you guys think that, are the Grizzlies a play-in team without Ja for 25 games? Again, guys, this is Amsterdam Nose Hoops. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would love to know what you guys think down below. This is actually just so fun to talk about. Like, I was not expecting this video to take however long that it's taking. But this is just super fun to talk through just because then it gets me thinking. And like, I really got to keep an eye on these teams. So yeah, as always, guys, this is Amsterdam Nose Hoops. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.